Good morning. Welcome to our E3 Live market report, our weekly report. I'm Pat McClatchy. We've had exports just come out. I'll tell you before we go over that, we'll go over exports. We'll look at the crop progress report that came out on Monday, and then we'll look at some market evaluation, comment on what we expect the market to do. Just looking right now at the exports, we've got cotton. Total sales of 66,500. That's up 9% from the previous week. Vietnam took 19,200. Mexico took 13,800. South Korea took 9,800. There were some light cancellations, just 1,000 bales. Looking at 2016, 2017, only 2,200 bales there. Looking at the reaction of the market, cotton was down 14 as this came out. Right now, cotton's down about 19, so not a lot of reaction. Looking at soybeans, net sales reduction, so this looks like this will be another roll forward week. Soybeans had a net negative number of 60,500. That's up from the previous week because we had the cancellations then. Japan took 33,100. Indonesia took 16,600. Colombia took 6,600. And looking cancellations, 119,700 were reported from unknown destinations. And looking at new crop soybeans, a very large number there. Hold on, let's look. I had to check. I thought this was a repeat of last week's numbers because it seems to be very close to the same. Very large number for new crop, 1,532,800 metric tons. That's looking at that. They're just saying on that sale, China, unknown destinations, 947,700. China's number was 489,600. Mexico, 31,200. So very good number. I think the market expected a good number. I don't know if it was expecting that. Soybeans, just before this number came out, were down 2. Now they're close to unchanged. Let's look at corn. The corn number is 112,700 for 2014-15. That's up noticeably from the previous week and the 4-week average. Japan took 171,700. South Korea took 64,000 metric tons. Egypt took 55,000 metric tons. We had some light cancellations. And we've got new crop 2015-2016 with 328,300. Unknown destinations had 132,200. Panama took 60,000 and Canada took 47,300. So another good new crop corn number. Corn was down 2 1/4 as this number came out, and right now corn is down 2 3/4. So no change there. Wheat, net sales of 277,500. That's down 48% from the previous week and 47% from the 4-week average. Increases were shown for Mexico taking 75,300, Italy taking 63,800, and the Philippines taking 56,900. Looking at the wheat was down 1 3/4 just before this report, and right now the wheat market's down 3, so we've softened up more. Looking at some of these other markets, the dollar is up 29, crude oil is down 18 cents a barrel, gold is down $10, and the S&P is up 18.8. A relatively quiet market with a Chinese holiday until Monday. Looking at crop conditions that came out on Monday, not a lot. Cotton had small improvement. 54% good to excellent versus previous week of 53%. Texas, we need to look at Texas because so much cotton is grown there. Good to excellent, 45% versus previous week of 43%, so small improvement there also. Setting bowls, 94% versus the average of 96%. Open bowls, 22% versus the average of 27%. Let's look at soybeans in the good to excellent category, unchanged at 63%. Corn had a slight decline in the good to excellent. It was 68% versus previous week of 69%. Spring wheat harvested, 88% versus the previous week of 75%. Let's look at what the markets have done, where they are today, and what to expect. What's been influencing the market? Well, if you've been watching these markets, you know every morning we look first at China, then we look at Europe, then we look at crude oil, we look at the dollar, but everything seems over the last week and a half to 2 weeks to come first from China. They're on holiday right now, so things are quiet. We'll look next week when they come back online just to see if we're still seeing the same kind of influence. Cotton over the last 2 weeks has had a 500-point drop. Right now, the cotton market is trading at 62.29. There's a possibility that market could trend into the last half, trend lower in the last half of November to the first part of December. This next crop report coming out in about a week is going to be very important. And looking at that, there's a chance this market could trend down towards 60 cents, maybe even lower. But that will be because of the influence of global financial markets, not because of the fundamentals. Looking at soybeans, we've had a $1.30 drop over the last 3.5 weeks. Right now, November soybeans are at $8.73 3/4. As far as looking forward, the typical seasonal pushes down into around the first part of October. Could continue to see lower markets because of this global influence. We could see the markets in November beans even get as low as $8 to $8.25. Corn, we've seen a 20-cent drop over the last week and a half. Right now, December corn is trading at $3.64 1/4. The trend there could be, again, just like soybeans into the first part of October. It could even get down to $3.20 to $3.30, again off global influences. Wheat, we've seen a 60-cent drop over the last 3 weeks. Right now, December wheat's at $4.75 1/2. That market technically projects down as low as $4.20 to $4.30. It seems like a really big drop, but with what's going on in the world right now, it could very well be that we could see that with the timing being very close to corn and soybeans. That's really it. We appreciate you joining us today for the E3 Weekly Report, and hope you'll join us later today for our afternoon update. Have a good day.